Hello students. Today I am going to start 5th module of 18 AC44. Under this module we are going to study about determinants, eigenvalues, diagonalization of a square matrix, special matrices and their properties. And also we shall study about singular value decomposition. Now we shall start with the first topic, that is determinants. Under this topic, we are going to learn the properties of determinants and also finding the determinant of the given square matrix by using elementary row operations. Now, let us understand the properties of determinants. First property, the determinant of the identity matrix is 1. That is, determinant of I equal to 1. Second property, the determinant changes sign when two rows are exchanged. So when we interchange any two rows, the determinant sign changes. For example, if I take determinant of ABCD, determinant value is AD minus BC. Now I will interchange first and second row and write the determinant as determinant first row CD, second row AB. Now the determinant is CD minus AD, that is CD minus AD. So determinant of ABCD equal to AD minus BC, that is equal to minus of CB minus AD, that is the minus of determinant CDAB. That means the determinant changes sign when two rows are interchanged. Now, third property, if one row of A is multiplied by scalar k. If one row of A is multiplied by k, then the determinant is k times determinant of A. And if all the rows of A are multiplied by k, if all the rows of A are multiplied by k, then the determinant is k power n times determinant A, where n is the order of the matrix A. To understand this, we will take one example. Let matrix A is equal to first row AB, second row CD. We write the determinant A as AD minus BC. Now, I'll multiply the first row entries by scalar k. So it becomes first row KA, KB, second row CD. If we find the determinant of this, it will be KA multiplied by D minus C into KB. That is KAD minus KCD. Or we write it as K into AD minus BC. That gives determinant equal to K into AD minus BC is the determinant of A. So it is K times determinant A. Now, suppose if you multiply all the entries of matrix A by scalar K. Now let us see what is the determinant. So I am taking same matrix. A is equal to first row AB, second row CD. Then determinant of A is AD minus BC. I am multiplying the rows of A by K. So when we multiply all the entries of matrix A by K, we are getting matrix KA equal to first row KA KB, second row KC KD. And determinant of KA equal to determinant of this. That is equal to, here in the first row K is common, take K outside, and in the second row also we take K outside. So it is K into determinant of A, B, C, D. Determinant of A, B, C, D. That is K square into determinant of A, B, C, D is AD minus BC. Now we are getting determinant of Ka equal to K square into determinant A. Since we are taking matrix of order 2, we are getting determinant of Ka equal to K to the power 2 into determinant A. Or in general, if A is a square matrix of order n, then we write determinant of Ka equal to K power n into determinant A. Now the fourth property, if two rows of matrix A are equal. If two rows of matrix A are equal, then determinant A is 0. And the fifth property, subtracting a multiple of one row from another row leaves the same determinant. That means when we subtract a multiple of one row from another row, the determinant value will never change. For example, take matrix A is equal to first row ABCD, first row AB, second row CD, then we write determinant A as AD minus BC. Now, I will subtract scalar multiple of second row from the first row. That is matrix A minus LC, B minus LD, second row CD equal to, we can write it as matrix ABCD minus matrix LC, LD, second row 0, 0. So determinant of this is determinant of ABCD, that is AD minus BC, minus here L into C, LC into 0 minus 0 into LD. This is 0. So we are getting determinant as AD minus BC, that is same as determinant A. That means subtracting a multiple of one row from another row leaves the same determinant. Next property, that is property number 6. If a matrix A has a row of zeros, then determinant A equal to 0. Suppose in the given matrix, if any row is 0, if all the entries of one row are zeros, then we can write determinant A equal to 0. Seventh property, if A is a triangular, that means upper triangular or lower triangular, then determinant A is a product of the diagonal entries. That means if A is upper triangular matrix or lower triangular matrix, then the determinant of A is the product of its diagonal entries. Now eighth property, if A is a singular matrix, then determinant A equal to 0. If A is a singular matrix, determinant A is 0, and if A is invertible, then determinant A is not equal to 0. And for a singular matrix, determinant of A equal to determinant of U. After reducing the matrix A to echelon form, we are getting upper triangular matrix, that is U. So determinant of A is 0, that means determinant of A equal to determinant of A equal to 0. If A is non-singular matrix, then after reducing the matrix to echelon form, we write the determinant of A as determinant A equal to product of the pivots, where the sign of the determinant depends on whether the number of row exchanges is even or odd. Suppose if we exchange any rows 2 times, then the determinant is -1 into minus 1 into determinant of the matrix. Suppose if we exchange the rows 3 times, then determinant is minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 into determinant of u. For example, take matrix A is equal to first row 1, 2, second row 3, 5. Here we can write the determinant A as determinant A equal to 1 into 5 minus 3 into 2. That is, determinant is 5 minus 6 equal to minus 1. Now let us find the determinant by using elementary row operations. The matrix is A is equal to first row 1, 2, second row 3, 5. Using row operation to reduce this to echelon form, we write the row operation as R2 is equal to R2 minus 3 times R1. Now we are getting matrix 1, 2, 0, minus 1. So the matrix is reduced to echelon form. We write U is equal to 1, 2, 0, minus 1. This is upper triangular matrix. And by the property, the determinant of A equal to product of pivots after reducing the matrix to echelon form. Here, product of the pivots is 1 into minus 1. So, determinant A is 1 into minus 1. That will be equal to minus 1. Now, let us see one more example. That is example 2. Matrix A is equal to first row 5, 3, second row 1, 4. Then, the determinant A is 5 into 4 minus 1 into 3. That is 20 minus 3 equal to 17. Now we shall find the determinant using row operations. Note that whenever we use a row operation, we are not multiplying a row by scalar, because when we multiply a row by scalar, the determinant value will change. But we can add a scalar multiple of one row to another row. Then the determinant value remains the same. Here, to reduce the matrix A to echelon form, usually we are multiplying the second row by 5. We are writing the row operation as 5 into R2 minus R1. But here, to find the determinant, when we reduce the matrix to echelon form, we are not multiplying a row by scalar, because when we multiply a row by scalar, the determinant value changes. Instead of that, we can add a scalar multiple of one row to another row. So here, I will write row operation for R2 as R2 is equal to R2 minus 1 by 5 times R1. Now, I am adding scalar multiple of first row to the second row. Now, we are getting 5, 3, second row 0, 17 by 5. So, it is reduced to echelon form. So, this is the upper triangular form of the matrix A. Now, the determinant of A is product of the pivots, that will be 5 into 17 by 5, that is 17. Now the next property of determinant, that is the ninth property, the determinant of AB is a product of determinant A into determinant B. So determinant of AB is determinant of A into determinant of B, and also determinant of A inverse is 1 by determinant A. The last property of determinant, 10th property, the transpose of A has the same determinant as A itself. That means determinant of A transpose will be same as determinant of A. To understand this, let us take one example. Matrix A is equal to first row AB, second row CD. Now the determinant of A is AD minus BC. if I write A transpose of the matrix A, first row is AC, second row it is BD. And determinant of A transpose is A into D minus B into C. That will be AD minus BC. So here we can observe that determinant of A equal to determinant of A transpose. So we can see that determinant of A transpose is same as determinant of A. So these are the 10 properties of determinants.